The Human Security Officer, Part 48. Penn stood in front of the mirror, the early morning light streaming through the window, casting a warm glow over her face. Today marked the start of a new chapter, not just for her, but for the entire community she had come to love. After months of planning, the Community Advocacy Initiative was finally launching, and she could hardly contain her excitement. As she arrived at the community center, the air buzzed with energy. Tables were set up, vibrant banners were hung, and the smell of freshly brewed coffee wafted through the hall. Residents chatted animatedly, their faces reflecting a mix of anticipation and hope. Penn felt a surge of gratitude for the support she had received from her fellow community members. The event kicked off with a warm welcome from Penn. "Thank you all for being here today. Together, we have the power to create change and foster an inclusive environment for everyone in our community," she began, her voice steady and passionate. The crowd erupted in applause, their enthusiasm palpable. Throughout the day, various workshops and discussions took place, focusing on issues that mattered most to the community: mental health awareness, social justice, and youth engagement. Penn watched as participants engaged in heartfelt discussions, their voices rising in unison as they shared their experiences and dreams for a better future. One workshop particularly resonated with Penn. It was led by a local mental health advocate who spoke candidly about the stigma surrounding mental health issues. "It's crucial that we create a safe space for everyone to talk about their struggles," the speaker emphasized. "Only then can we foster understanding and compassion." Penn felt a deep sense of purpose as she absorbed the stories shared by residents. She understood that her role was not just to facilitate discussions, but to be a catalyst for change. She envisioned a future where everyone felt seen, heard, and valued, a community where support was readily available. As the day progressed, Penn noticed a group of teenagers gathering around a table where they were brainstorming ideas for a youth-led initiative. Inspired by the energy and creativity of the young people, she approached them with a smile. "What are you all working on?" she asked, eager to hear their thoughts. One of the teens, a girl named Mia, looked up excitedly. "We want to create a mentorship program for younger kids. We think it's important to help them navigate school and life," she explained. Penn felt a wave of pride wash over her. The youth were taking the initiative to support one another. "That sounds like a fantastic idea, Mia. I'd love to help you develop that program," Penn replied, her heart swelling with pride. Together, they brainstormed ideas and discussed how to make the mentorship program a reality. As the event came to a close, Penn gathered everyone for a closing circle. "Today was just the beginning. Let's take the momentum from this event and keep building on it. We have the power to create a thriving community," she urged, her voice filled with conviction. The crowd cheered in agreement, and Penn felt a renewed sense of determination. In the weeks that followed, Penn focused on developing the mentorship program. She reached out to local schools and community organizations to build partnerships and secure resources. Penn knew that collaboration was key to making a lasting impact. As she worked on the mentorship program, Penn also recognized the need for mental health resources within the community. Inspired by the workshop's message, she decided to organize a Mental Health Awareness Month. She envisioned a series of events aimed at educating the community about mental health, reducing stigma, and promoting self-care. "Let's create a month filled with workshops, activities, and resources that promote mental wellness," she suggested during a planning meeting with her team. "Together, we can create a culture of acceptance and support." Excitement buzzed through the team as they brainstormed ideas for the month-long initiative. They planned workshops on mindfulness, stress management, and self-care practices, as well as community discussions where residents could share their stories and experiences. As Mental Health Awareness Month approached, Penn felt a mix of nervousness and anticipation. She wanted to ensure that the events were impactful and resonated with the community. She reached out to local mental health professionals, inviting them to lead workshops and discussions. Penn also collaborated with local artists to incorporate creativity into the events, understanding the healing power of art. The first event kicked off with a community art exhibit showcasing artwork created by residents expressing their experiences with mental health. As Penn walked through the exhibit, she was moved by the powerful stories conveyed through the artwork. Residents shared their struggles and triumphs, creating a space of empathy and understanding. During one of the workshops, a local therapist led a discussion on coping strategies and self-care practices. It's important to prioritize our mental health, just as we do our physical health, she emphasized. The participants engaged actively, sharing their own strategies and learning from one another. As the month progressed, Penn noticed a shift in the community. More residents began to openly discuss mental health, sharing their stories without fear of judgment. The stigma that once silenced so many began to fade, replaced by a growing sense of acceptance and support. Encouraged by the positive response, Penn decided to expand the mentorship program to include mental health resources. She organized training sessions for mentors, equipping them with tools to support their men's emotional well-being. Penn believed that empowering mentors with knowledge about mental health would enhance their ability to create a safe space for young people. As the program launched, Penn felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She witnessed mentors and men's forming meaningful connections, supporting one another through challenges and celebrating achievements together. The program became a source of hope for many, fostering resilience among the youth. In the spirit of collaboration, Penn sought partnerships with local organizations and nonprofits that focused on youth development and mental health. She believed that by joining forces, they could amplify their efforts and create even more opportunities for the community. Let's reach out to local organizations and explore ways we can work together, Penn suggested during a strategic planning session. By combining our resources, we can achieve greater impact. Penn initiated outreach to nonprofits, educational institutions, and community groups, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. Organizations expressed eagerness to collaborate, sharing their expertise and resources to support the initiatives. With the partnerships in place, Penn felt energized as she worked alongside various organizations to create programs that addressed the unique challenges faced by marginalized individuals. Together, they organized support groups, workshops, and community discussions aimed at fostering understanding and acceptance. One collaborative event, Community Conversations, provided a safe space for residents to share their experiences with discrimination and social injustice. The discussions were candid and heartfelt, as individuals shared their stories and sought common ground. Penn facilitated the conversation, ensuring that everyone felt heard and valued. Everyone deserves to feel accepted and respected, she reminded participants, her heart swelling with pride as she witnessed the willingness of residents to engage in these important conversations. The community's commitment to fostering inclusivity inspired Penn to develop a summer leadership program for youth. She envisioned a program that would empower young people to explore their passions, develop leadership skills, and advocate for positive change. Let's create a program that allows our youth to shine and take the lead, Penn stated during the program launch. Together, we can cultivate the leaders of tomorrow. The summer leadership program featured workshops, mentorship opportunities, and community service projects. Participants collaborated on initiatives addressing local challenges, fostering a sense of agency and responsibility. Penn felt inspired as she saw the enthusiasm and creativity of the young leaders. As the summer program unfolded, Penn recognized the importance of mental wellness and self-care for all community members. She decided to organize a community wellness day, a day dedicated to promoting mental health and well-being. Let's prioritize our mental health and create a day filled with resources and activities focused on wellness, Penn emphasized during the planning meeting. By taking care of ourselves, we can support one another more effectively. The Community Wellness Day featured workshops on mindfulness, stress management, and self-care practices. residents had access to mental health resources and support services. Penn felt a sense of fulfillment as she witnessed the community embracing the importance of mental wellness. To foster open communication and address challenges, Penn organized community dialogues. These dialogues provided a platform for residents to share their concerns and ideas. She believed that facilitating dialogue was essential for fostering understanding and collaboration. "Let's create spaces for open conversations where everyone feels heard," Penn stated during the dialogue planning. "By addressing challenges together, we can find solutions." The community dialogues allowed residents to discuss pressing issues, brainstorm solutions, and build connections. Penn felt encouraged by the willingness of residents to engage in these meaningful conversations. To commemorate the progress made within the community, Penn organized a community anniversary event that celebrated the achievements and milestones of their collective efforts. She believed that celebrating successes was essential for maintaining motivation and momentum. "Let's come together to celebrate the progress we've made," Penn emphasized during the planning meeting. "Every milestone deserves recognition." The anniversary event featured speakers, performances, and reflections on the journey of advocacy. Residents gathered to share their experiences and celebrate the positive change they had created together. Penn felt a deep sense of gratitude as she witnessed the joy and camaraderie within the community. To cultivate leadership skills among community members, Penn organized a leadership development retreat that provided training and mentorship opportunities. She believed that empowering leaders was essential for sustaining community advocacy efforts. "Let's create a space where our community members can grow as leaders," Penn stated during the retreat planning. "Together, we can develop the skills needed to make a lasting impact." The leadership development retreat included workshops on effective communication, team building, and strategic planning. Participants had the opportunity to connect with mentors and develop action plans for their advocacy initiatives. Penn felt inspired as she witnessed the growth and enthusiasm of the attendees. To enhance collaboration and strengthen advocacy networks, Penn organized a community summit that brought together advocates, organizations, and residents. She understood that collaboration was vital for amplifying voices and creating lasting change. "Let's unite our efforts and share resources," Penn encouraged during the summit planning. "Together, we can create a powerful network for advocacy." The community summit featured keynote speakers, panel discussions, and breakout sessions focused on various advocacy issues. Residents exchanged ideas, shared experiences, and forged connections that would fuel future collaborations. Penn felt a sense of accomplishment as she witnessed the spirit of solidarity among attendees. Recognizing the need for ongoing support, Penn developed a resource hub that provided residents with access to information on advocacy, mental health, employment, and community services. She believed that having a centralized resource was essential for empowering residents. "Let's create a hub where everyone can find the information they need to thrive," Penn emphasized during the Resource Hub launch. "Knowledge is power." The Resource Hub became a vital tool for residents, offering guidance and support in navigating challenges. Penn felt fulfilled knowing that she had created a space that empowered individuals to seek the resources they needed. As Penn reflected on the community's journey, she felt a deep sense of pride in the collective impact they had made. The advocacy initiatives had not only brought awareness to critical issues but also fostered a sense of belonging and support among residents. "This journey has shown me the power of collaboration and the strength of our community," Penn shared during a reflective meeting. "Together, we've built something beautiful." Penn knew that the journey was ongoing, and she was committed to continuing her advocacy work. She envisioned a future where the community would continue to thrive, united in their efforts to uplift one another and create positive change. With this vision in mind, Penn began planning the next phase of community initiatives, focusing on sustainability, environmental awareness, and social justice. She understood that advocacy encompassed various issues, and she was eager to explore new avenues for impact. Let's expand our efforts to include sustainability and environmental justice, Penn encouraged during a brainstorming session. Our community's future depends on it. The community rallied around the idea, and Penn felt invigorated by the enthusiasm and dedication of her fellow advocates. Together, they planned a series of workshops and events aimed at promoting environmental awareness and sustainable practices. As the initiatives took shape, Penn witnessed a growing sense of unity among residents. The community was embracing the idea of collective responsibility, recognizing that their actions could contribute to a healthier environment and a brighter future. To kick off the sustainability initiatives, Penn organized a community cleanup event that brought residents together to beautify local parks and public spaces. "Let's take pride in our environment and show our commitment to sustainability," she declared during the event planning. The cleanup event attracted a diverse group of participants, from families with young children to local businesses. Penn felt a sense of joy as she watched residents working side by side, picking up litter and planting flowers. The event fostered connections and ignited a shared passion for preserving the environment. Inspired by the success of the cleanup event, Penn decided to launch a community garden project that would provide residents with the opportunity to grow their own food while promoting sustainable practices. "Let's cultivate not just plants, but a sense of community and connection to the earth," she shared during the project proposal. The community garden became a beloved gathering space, where residents shared gardening tips, exchanged recipes, and connected over their love for fresh produce. Penn felt a sense of fulfillment as she witnessed the garden flourish, serving as a symbol of resilience and unity. In addition to the garden, Penn organized workshops on composting, recycling, and sustainable living practices. She believed that education was key to fostering a culture of sustainability within the community. "Let's empower our residents with knowledge about how to live more sustainably," Penn emphasized during a workshop planning session. The workshops attracted residents eager to learn and engage with sustainability practices. Penn felt inspired as she watched participants embrace new ideas and commit to making positive changes in their daily lives. As the advocacy initiatives expanded, Penn also recognized the importance of social justice in creating a truly inclusive community. She began collaborating with local organizations that focused on racial equity, LGBTQ+ rights, and other social justice issues. "Let's ensure that our advocacy efforts encompass all voices and experiences within our community," Penn stated during a planning meeting. "Together, we can create a more just and equitable society." Penn worked tirelessly to ensure that the community's advocacy initiatives were intersectional and inclusive. She organized events that highlighted the experiences of marginalized communities and provided a platform for their voices to be heard. During one event, a panel discussion featured individuals from diverse backgrounds sharing their stories of resilience and empowerment. Penn felt a sense of pride as she watched the audience listen intently, their hearts open to understanding the experiences of others. As the year drew to a close, Penn reflected on the incredible journey of advocacy, community engagement, and personal growth. She understood that each step taken had contributed to the vibrant community they had built together. "This journey has been about so much more than initiatives," Penn stated during a closing meeting. "It's been about building relationships, fostering understanding, and empowering one another." Penn felt gratitude for the connections forged and the impact made within the community. She was excited to continue her journey alongside fellow advocates, knowing that the work they had started would continue to inspire and uplift others for years to come. Looking ahead, Penn was eager to embrace new challenges and opportunities. She understood that advocacy was a continuous journey, one that required adaptability, resilience, and unwavering commitment. "Let's approach the future with an open heart and a willingness to adapt," she stated during a planning session. "Together, we can tackle any challenge that comes our way." With a renewed sense of purpose, Penn envisioned the possibilities for the future. She understood that the community's strength lay in its collective resilience and willingness to support one another. As she prepared for the next chapter of advocacy, Penn felt a deep sense of hope for the future. As the community celebrated their achievements and reflected on their journey, Penn knew that their collective efforts had created a legacy of advocacy that would inspire future generations. "We've built a community where everyone feels valued and supported," she remarked during a closing reflection. The journey continued, and Penn was excited to explore the future alongside her fellow advocates, knowing that their shared vision would guide them as they worked toward creating a vibrant and inclusive community for all. Together, they would navigate the challenges ahead, united in their commitment to advocacy, empowerment, and love for one another. Penn felt a profound sense of belonging and purpose, knowing that they were shaping a brighter future, one step at a time.